Welcome back to the Narcissism Freedom channel, where healing is sacred, truth is honored, and spiritual clarity guides us back home to ourselves. Whether you're returning or joining us for the first time, today's message is an invitation to look deeper, not just into someone else's behavior, but into your own energy, your history, and your divine purpose. Have you ever felt emotionally drained after spending time with someone, but couldn't quite explain why? Or maybe you found yourself drawn to someone charming, magnetic, even intoxicating, only to feel confused, invisible, or emotionally exhausted afterward. If so, you may have experienced what so many sensitive souls go through without having the language to describe it. You may have been caught in the powerful and often painful dynamic between the empath and the narcissist. At first glance, they appear to be opposites. One gives, one takes. One absorbs pain, the other avoids it. One seeks peace, the other control. But beneath the surface is a karmic pull, a magnetic pattern often born out of early childhood wounds and reinforced through adult relationships. Empaths and narcissists don't just find each other by accident. They're often unconsciously drawn together to repeat what is familiar or to finally break free from it. Empaths are deeply intuitive, emotionally aware individuals who tend to internalize the feelings of others. They can sense tension in a room without a word being spoken. They feel the weight of unexpressed sorrow, unhealed wounds, and silent suffering. But their strength can also be their struggle. Many empaths grew up in environments where they had to earn love by overgiving. They became attuned to others' needs while disconnecting from their own. Narcissists, on the other hand, often carry unhealed childhood trauma rooted in emotional neglect, rejection, or inconsistent validation. To survive, they created a false self, a carefully curated persona meant to protect them from the shame they never processed. While they may seem confident or charismatic on the outside, inside they are governed by fear, insecurity, and the constant need to dominate or distract. So when the empath and the narcissist meet, a familiar but unhealthy cycle begins. The empath feels seen, needed, even chosen. The narcissist feels in control, admired, and fed. The relationship feels intense, often like destiny or a soul connection. And in a way, it is, but not because it's meant to last, because it's meant to awaken. At first, the narcissist may shower the empath with attention, love bombing them with praise, gifts, and future promises. This can feel magical to the empath, especially if they've spent a lifetime being emotionally neglected. But soon, the narcissist's true self begins to emerge. The praise turns into criticism. The warmth becomes cold. The confusion sets in. And the empath, trying to understand what changed, gives more and more, until they begin to lose themselves. This is the trauma bond, a cycle of reward and punishment that keeps the empath emotionally hooked. The more inconsistent the narcissist becomes, the harder the empath works to stabilize the connection. It feels like love, but it's actually survival. It's the wounded child in the empath still trying to earn affection through sacrifice. Spiritually, many empaths are old souls. They carry a light that naturally attracts those who are disconnected from theirs. But not all who are drawn to your light are meant to keep access to it. Some are drawn to your warmth not to be healed, but to feed off you. And when you begin to awaken to this truth, the entire dynamic shifts. Your healing begins the moment you stop trying to be responsible for someone else's transformation. You were never meant to bleed to prove your love. You were never meant to shrink to keep the peace. And you were never meant to stay loyal to cycles that dishonor your spirit. Let's talk about how to break this cycle. The first step is awareness. Start by recognizing the signs. If someone consistently invalidates your feelings, shifts blame onto you, criticizes your choices, or isolates you from support, that is not love. That is control disguised as care. Second, check in with your body. Your nervous system often knows before your mind does. Do you feel anxious after speaking to them? Do you doubt your intuition more now than before? That tension in your chest or knot in your stomach is not imaginary. It's your soul saying something isn't right. Third, understand that healing doesn't come from confrontation. It comes from clarity. You don't need to convince a narcissist of your worth. The moment you try to make them see your heart is the moment they know they have power over it. True freedom comes when you no longer seek validation from the one who wounded you. Fourth, reconnect with your own voice. Journal.
Pray.
Meditate. Reclaim your intuition. Get clear on what you truly want in a relationship. What are your non-negotiables? What are the values you want your life to be anchored in? Start building that foundation for yourself, not for anyone else to approve of. And finally, return to your source. True healing isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. God never called you to carry someone else's cross. Isaiah 41 verse 10 says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. I will strengthen you and help you." You don't have to do it alone. And you don't have to keep choosing pain in the name of love. If you're an empath who has loved a narcissist, know this. You are not broken. You are not naive. You are not too sensitive. You are simply someone who is wired for deep love in a world that doesn't always reflect that back. But you are not here to be consumed. You are here to shine and to protect your light. You may have been targeted, manipulated, and misunderstood, but you are also awakening, rising, and remembering who you are. The narcissist may have dimmed your light, but they could not destroy it. Your light is sacred. And from this moment on, you are allowed to protect it fiercely. Thank you for being here. If this message spoke to your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you feel led to support the growth and awareness of this channel, the details are below in the description. Your presence and support keep this message alive for others who are just beginning their healing. Keep choosing yourself. Keep standing in truth. And never forget, you were never the problem. You were the awakening.